Hey Annie, so I'm gonna do a video back. I tried to take some notes through your videos so that way I could try to address a lot what you have talked about. So I'm gonna start there, and then of course I'll give you some news on kind of what's been going on around here and with Miles' family, my PhD program. Have some news there. So all right, let's get started with kind of what you talked about. So I can't do the fun overlays like you can. I know you're like that marketer and social media guru where you can kind of do all those video edits and put those fun things in there. I wish I could. But they were fun and they actually add to your video. So I kind of missed that part. I got to see the fire dancer in Miami. That looked fun. I don't know where that was. We never went anywhere that had that fire dancer. When you called me, I remember there was like and Philip's right. This is pretty much every single restaurant, but right down there on the I don't know if it's what the boulevard is, but it's the one that faces the beach. There's this white, Art Deco restaurant. You can sit right up there on the patio, and they had these big yardsticks. We sat and drank. I enjoyed that place. But I saw you guys did get to go to the Palace. I think they actually moved it from where it used to be. It used to be like kind of on the corner towards the end of the strip, like the south end. But I think they ended up moving it or they bought it something out. Anyway, hopefully you guys got to get there, eat outside, and they were having some good drag shows. Sometimes they go out there and stop traffic, or just get crazy with some of the customers. They're a little extravagant, but that's what makes it fun. So hopefully you guys were able to go do some of that and enjoy that down there in Miami. And you guys are just like, oh, already been to the Ritz. We already did that. Okay. Because we always enjoyed going and doing that when we would go. Let's see. So a Keys trip, you have the overlay in where you could see you guys going down to the different areas in each one of the Keys. That's fun. We did that. I mean, that's where I got COVID. We went down to Key West back in when it was 2019 to 2020. That was, our New Year's Eve down there. We watched that sushi lady drop from, I don't know, one of the bars. She drops in a high heel to big to do down there in Key West for New Year's. So we went and watched that. Tons of people. I remember, everybody being right around there. And I was like, oh, that's where I think, ended up getting COVID. But hopefully your Keys trips will be much better than that. Marathon, I think it's Marathon has a really great, where they make their own rum. We may still have something here. No, I guess I drank it. Sorry about that. But they made all kinds of different flavors of rum, and it was wonderful. So maybe you guys will end up finding that it's not Marathon. Damn it. Oh well, maybe it'll come to me. All right, so then I did get a little text from Dee. I guess you guys had maybe spoke or called or texted or something, and she was asking me about my PhD program. So I'll definitely text her back after I send you this video. Keep her in the loop. And then saw where Philip's super busy, always super busy. The big PFW overlay that was pretty neat. But I mean, it's good to hear that he's staying busy and keeping you busy. You guys are enjoying what you're doing. It's hard to. I don't know how you do it. Have a bifurcated lifestyle out on the beach and on the boat, and then big to-do lawyer too in Fort Lauderdale. So it's kudos to you. I wonder why you opened up your own business. Yeah, I saw your body. You're doing good. I mean, you can kind of see mine, like with the shoulders and stuff, right? And then, but my midsection, I'm a 40-year-old man, so I mean, it's okay. Maybe sometimes if I went, you can kind of get it like some Arnold Schwarzenegger look, but it's not going to probably get any better. I just have to keep it where it's at. I'd really have to probably do some steroids and eat nothing but protein and rice cakes all day to actually make it look like that all the time, especially after you hit 40. So good luck with that. Hit 40. I mean, but it sounded like your diet works out okay. Just don't eat anything all day. I mean, if you cram in 2,000 calories at dinner, so what? I mean, as long as you don't eat over, that a lot amount of calories, you should be doing just fine. I remember that account that you had talked about. lady that would give you $1,400, and you would do her social media and marketing and all that stuff. I hate that didn't work out anymore, but it doesn't matter. Of course, you're still marketable. So if some things don't work out, or for whatever reason, Philip's firm doesn't need you anymore. I mean, you could still do writing. You could do like editing and some other investigative work. Some I would think like legal work, maybe not quite paralegal work, but similar, but where they actually need an attorney to just do like some reviews, some outsourced stuff, research and things like you do for Philip's firm, but would be for anybody. So you'd kind of be like a free agent, for different law companies. So you could do that, or you could always just go back and be, a divorce lawyer or, somebody, ambulance chaser, those lawyers, or you could just go work at one of their firms. I'm sure they'll just hire whoever, as long as you have a JD, but I don't know if you're wrong about that. It takes some compromise on your part, I'm sure. Let's see. So kiting, that looks like a lot of fun. Do you like really lift off a little bit? I guess you do, because you're on this board and then you have this kite. So how do you get out there? Does somebody have to pull you out there? Or do you kind of surf out there on the board? And then when you're ready, you pop your kite up and then let it catch the wind. And then I would guess that's how you would kind of get up and get out there. It's either like, I wouldn't see like that a boat pulls you out there. That wouldn't make a whole lot of sense because there's no boats coming up and off the shore. Or maybe you go out on a boat and then, everybody gets their boards down and then goes back into the shore. So either way, I probably could do it like maybe once or twice. But it looks like fun, but I don't know that it would be fun for me. I'd probably be like, I fell. I can't figure this out. It's hot. There's some suntan lotion's getting in my face. I need a drink. So but I would love to go watch you guys do it one day. So maybe we could figure that out. I'm glad to hear though that the insurance company paid, because remember whenever that guy, anchored next to you and you really had to get out there and try to figure out what was going on. Like you said, as you did the best you could, and then the other guys came and helped you. But I'm glad that his insurance company paid. I mean, I'm sure Philip had to poke the bear on that, but that was the right thing for him to do. So the boat looks so nice when you went through with the camera. I mean, like most of the time when people go through with the camera and they look at the boat, it's like, all dingy and shit. You can't touch anything. Fucking grease pit. You can barely walk through. Like I'm thinking like old mechanic, like like how Pa used to do, just grease shit everywhere. You couldn't even remember the old what was it? The tool shed he called it, and it was his place where he had all his dirt bike shit. If you walked in there, you would just automatically have some kind of grease stain on your hand, on your butt, on anything. And when you walked in there, there was just shit everywhere and grime and stuff. So I think I would think that that's kind of where the boat engine would look, but yours didn't. It looked like pristine. It was like it's brand new. All the tubes and everything were all brand new. It was all white and clean. So I mean, good for you guys keeping it going. I did see the sign. That was really cute where you put it. Like I said, I just wanted to send you something corny and do that. Oh, well, while we're on the topic of gifts, so I get this box, and I'm like, I hope this is something you sent me, because if not, I don't know where the fuck it came from. So I get this box, and it came in, and I was like, what the hell? It's like, I do have some, stuff that's on subscription for Amazon, so sometimes it just comes in, I have boxes, and I'm like, oh, okay, whatever, let's just see what's in the shit. So I opened it up, and I was like, oh my gosh, it's a Pasio gun. I don't know if I say that right. Pasio? Anyway, so I'm hoping it's my birthday present from you. I don't know, but I didn't order it. Either that or because I even looked on Amazon. I was like, did I butt order this? Was I going through one day and I'm like, oops, I accidentally pressed buy now, and then now I get this? I don't know, but it is addressed to me. I made sure of that right there, or wherever. And okay, so it is mine. Let's check this shit out. I'm hoping it was an Annie present. So, I'm going to open it up. Oh my. You probably have to charge it first. It's probably going, not do nothing. Alright, we're going to do a little ball. I don't even read the instructions. I just opened it, so I'm just going to pretend like I know what I'm doing. Okay. Obviously we didn't stick that in there good enough. Are you in there now? I don't know. I can't tell. At least it's not fun on. So I turn it on. Oh. Oh. Oh, it does feel good. Oh, especially right there. Mmm. Oh, I do get knots in my back sometimes. Oh, you see it? Oh, ow, oh, okay. Enough of that. Oh, that's just wonderful. Oh my goodness. And then it just keeps going up. See the dial? Hey. I don't know how to turn it off. We're just gonna hope that if you hold it, it turns off. There we go. So yay, fun! Oh, that feels really great. When I go to see my own, they can give me a fascia massage. For my fascia. Oops. So that's fun stuff. So yeah, I'll have to figure out what to send your way in about a month when you turn 40. I don't know. I'll have to think of something, corny for your birthday, for your 40th birthday. Oh, good luck with those taxes in the boat and trying to figure that stuff out. I mean, I'm sure you guys know a good tax guy, or you're able to do some of it yourself and then have somebody just look it over. That's what I would think. The name of the play in Nashville was Tartuffe. It was a French play about some swindler dude, right? Remember, he makes his way in their house and, starts swindling everybody. I think he's in love with the mom first or something, and then he falls in love with the daughter. I don't even remember, but, I remember that crazy old wig that fucking, the Lord wore. That was pretty funny. So, but yeah, it was Tartuffe. Mael. It's so funny when they were having the intermission. He thought it was intercourse or something. You guys laughed and laughed for that. That's the best memory I have of that. Hell yeah, bitch, eat at Shake Shack. They'll get over it. Those skinny little twigs. They looked ugly anyway. Those overlay girls that you put in that video, I was like, the damn hip bones and shit showing. Nobody wants to be, loving on all that. That would hurt. So I think a little, fat gives you some cushion, so I'm all about that. Ma and Pa, I haven't talked to them in a while either. We did talk to Ma. It was around Christmas. Mael and I we actually did FaceTime with her. We sent her some stuff. I think they just wanted some Amazon money so they could buy coats or something. And I'm like, whatever. So that's what they did. But she bought me a juicer, so I have a nice little juicer. You can peel some oranges. It gives you fresh orange juice. It's awesome. Love it. All right, well, that's my updates from your call. But so my update for my PhD program is I did not get in. Kind of heard about it. It was so weird the day I found out. I was on the train to the gym, and I saw the email finally come through. I've been waiting for it for a month. I've been looking every day, for the email to come through, and they said they have to let you know by the end of February. So it was I don't know, maybe February 23rd or 4th or something, about a week before the end of the month. And I got the email, and and it's just corny, just like it is you see on TV. We regret to inform you. That very first line, and I was I just closed the email. I said, fuck it, I don't care, I want to read the rest of it. So I told myself too, I was like, well, I knew that they had to go through so many applications and do whatever. Maybe it was good news that I was towards the end of the month, because I may have been on the short list, and then I just didn't quite make that shorter list. There was some things they had to check out or review one more time, and then they would, let everybody know, or who knows. They may have waited for that damn committee until the middle of February, went through that shit in about 15 minutes with some old crotchety professors, and then just sent a bunch of emails out to everybody. Who knows? It doesn't matter what stories you tell yourself. So, but you have to remember it was the number one program in the country for that, and it's very I didn't get to go and meet these professors. I wasn't there. I was just some online student, but I did have straight A's in my master's program, and I'm still not quite done. I need one more class, so I kind of wanted it to still be going on when I applied, so they would see I was a continuing student and wanted to move through that coursework. But I had straight A's. I had shining letters of recommendation from freaking CEOs and COOs at HCA, and I even had one from our lawyer buddy, who is a lawyer librarian, at fucking Vanderbilt. So what the hell? There was nothing else I could have done. It's fine. I'm sure it's just I wasn't studying what they wanted. There wasn't a professor that was interested in, my line of research that I had propose. Who fucking knows? So didn't get in. Fine. I don't know. I may look again. I might just take a break. I don't fucking know. At this point, you can still teach with your master's degree. I'll have fucking 2 of them. Like, just fuck it. There's a lot of student loans. I'm just tired of racking all that shit up. So I don't know what I'll do. I looked at some that you could get, like, online from. There was some that you could get from, I don't know, some university in Amsterdam. And as long as you published a couple articles, they'd let you, be through a satellite university here. You could do it online and get your PhD that way. So, I don't know. I don't know what I'm going to do yet. Don't really care. I'm not going to think too much more about it for the next few. So what that does, though, is, puts a timer on us being here in Chicago. I don't want to be here anymore. I like it. I like the city. I'm really glad I got to experience this and enjoy it. I love my apartment here. If I could just take this apartment and just go put it wherever we're going to fucking go, that'd be wonderful. But I love it. I love the apartment. It's amazing. The kitchen kind of sucks. There's, it's not like the whole thing is just perfect. But for out of the last few places I've lived, I have enjoyed this one. So, whatever. Our lease is supposed to be up at the end of June, going into July. So, we're not exactly sure what we're going to do yet. Well, I think we are. So, I'll give you an update on that in just a second. But Mael found out his grandmother has stage 3 cancer. So, in her mouth. Like, I don't know where it would be. My guess is it's kind of towards the back, like where your tongue meets your, right into your mouth. Somewhere back in there, who knows? Because you can't really see it, or she's had it for a while and nobody knew, or she just wouldn't tell nobody, so I would guess. So she has stage 3 cancer. They already went and looked to remove it, what it would take to actually do that. And then, she have to go through chemo or radiation therapy or whatever. And she's like 88 years old. She might be 89 now, but she just said, I'm not going through all that. Not at this age. So they're going to just go the hospice route with her. They wouldn't even give her strong enough drugs because of the opiate crisis. Because stupid ass people, abuse shit. So when people really need it, the doctors can only give so much now or whatever. So I actually bought her some damn THC pills and sent them to her earlier this week. So, gave her some little instructions. And this woman, she didn't even drink, so she's really going to get busted. I'm like, hold on. And, gave her some instructions. It's just like they're the lowest dose that you can get. And they're pills. You just take a pill. It's not like a gummy where you get all, she ain't going to smoke nothing. So, I said, just take 2 to begin with. If you like that, you can up it by 1. If it was too much, then you can down it by 1. And then, you can go from there. So, having said all of that, though, the house that she lives in, me and Mael had talked, and he had always talked that would eventually be his one day. And so his mom died, right? And then, so she would have inherited that house from his grandmother. Or she was supposed to. So, at least that's what she used to tell him. But, who knows? That might have just been her, like coming off of conversations with the rest of the family back 5, 10, 15 years ago, whenever the hell she used to tell him that stuff. So, when it gets down to brass tacks, though, when people start, making their claim and what does the will really say and all that stuff. So who knows? She's going to go to hospice. It could be another 6 months. It could be another year. It could be 3 months. But she's going to go live with her daughter, one of her daughters. And so that her house will be empty. Her and Mael did talk, and she would like for him to have it if he's interested in it. But it may be that, he'd get whatever was portioned for the mom, which would be a third because they had 3 sisters. And then he may have to buy the other 2 sisters out with the rest of whatever he was supposed to get anyway. I just don't know. I was really hoping that, he could just luck up and end up getting that because his sister doesn't want it. But there's other, like, stocks and bonds and money and other shit. And I was like, just let everybody else have all that shit and just take the house and let them just have all of that stuff. And so he thought that was a good idea, and give him, a place of his own, paid for. Nice little ranch home, probably, I don't know, 2,200 square feet or something, but it's in Clarksville, Tennessee. Clarksville, Tennessee. Yay. It's about 45 minutes northwest of Nashville, almost into Kentucky. But you could still drive, to Nashville. It takes about 35 minutes, 40 minutes on a good day. Now, when there's traffic, it takes like an hour and a half, because it's bullshit, because people drive back and forth to Nashville to work, which, fine, I get it. So, anywho, looks like we may end up just go living there after the lease ends up here. We'll. This is the plan right now. I don't know exactly for sure. Miles still talking about it with his folks and stuff this weekend. So I think the grandmother's supposed to go live with her daughter on this coming Monday, and then after that, we'd be free to start kind of like figuring out who wants what in that house, to do with some of that stuff. It needs to be remodeled. The kitchen's like old as fuck. And anyway, so that looks like that might be the next venture. If it is, that's living in a place that's free rent. So, I pay $2,400 a month here. So that'd save me that much money. I can start paying off bills, student loans, live there for a little while. And we can start really going on vacation. He and I, take that money and go to Paris. Go see the world, while we're young enough, and really figure out what we want to do in our golden years, and get that house fixed up for renters. And eventually, when it's ready to be rented out, then we would have saved enough money to do whatever our next walk is of life, and where we want to go, and really where we want to set up shop and do our bed and breakfast. Like I know I told you about Virginia Beach, and I mean, yeah, maybe. But the more I read about it and looked at it more, I was like, that's fucking Trumpster territory, and all these patriotic motherfuckers, and right next to DC. And I was like, I don't know. But we'll go visit. We'll see. Hell, who knows? Maybe. But that looks like the most practical thing that's going to happen. I really hope I could talk our landlord here into letting us stay past June, like on into October. Just giving us 2 or 3 months extension. That way we can enjoy the summer here. They finally took down the fucking mask mandate, like just last month. Yeah. We've been wearing masks till just last month in fucking stores and the grocery store and all these other dumbass places because fucking Chicago. So they finally got rid of that. So this summer would be the first summer when there's no mask, no pandemic. Go out and enjoy it because it's so beautiful here. And then, I don't want to spend the summer moving. I just fucking don't. I've done that. I didn't do it last year, but I did it the last 2 years. So that's what we really want to do. So we'll see. If that works out, then we'll move in October. Plus, that would give us time to renovate the house, his grandmother's house, while we're extending our lease here. Get some shit done in there. I'm not moving in there with that kitchen. It's a kitchen from the 1950s. The motherfucker ain't no bigger than probably. I mean, the kitchen we had in Clovis was bigger. Yeah. So, I can't live with that. Anywho, so that's the news now. Not only that, my own just found out yesterday, the day before, his dad had like a mini stroke. And, he hasn't been keeping up with his physician visits or, just his health in general after his mom died. Been smoking like a train, cigars, and, just pretty much bacheloring it, eating just shit. No more home-cooked meals and stuff, just whatever the fuck. So I'm not saying that drove him down, but I'm sure it didn't help his health at all. So he had a mini stroke, yesterday, the day before. And they took him to the doctor and they found all kinds of growths and inflammation in his brain. And they think it's cancer. And so they give him 3 to 6 months to live if he decides to adhere to the treatments. And he doesn't want to. So, he's depressed probably since the mom died. And so Miles he's just getting hit. He's going through it hard. That'll be his grandmother and his dad and his mom. And then next year, he won't have anybody else except his sister. And she was adopted. So I mean, they're still close. I'm not saying nothing like that, but those are all his close family, and they'll just be gone, and he'll just have me. And I'm kind of bitchy, and I'm not, the most sympathetic person and empathetic person. So I'm sure he's probably just, probably beside himself. Like, what in the fuck am I gonna do now? So that's just my thought process on what goes through his head. Of course, I love him. We're married now. I'm here with him. I'm in it to win it. I'm gonna make sure that we make it. I'm very happy with him. He's a gorgeous personality, and he's super faithful. And we had a lot of fun together. So I'm not that worried about it. But it's just hard for him. So that's kind of some of the news and rough shit going down on our side. But I think at the end of the day, the universe creates a path for you. So this is what we're going to go to in Clarksville, Tennessee. Yay. I'm going to do it for a few years. You get that house ready, save some money, travel, and like really do some traveling. Maybe we can go to Africa. Maybe we can go to Perry. Maybe we can go to fucking Australia. Like, get this shit out of the way, while we're young and we have some money to do it. And just save up, because save up some money. Like I said, be rent-free for a while until whatever happens with his grandmother and the will, and then they'll figure out, however much to buy them out or whatever. I think the house may be worth like close to $300. So hell, my already gets $100,000 invested in the damn thing. Just buying them out for the rest of it, with the rest of whatever he may get in his will might be worth it. So we gotta let all that play out. But to me, it's free rent. So I'm like, sure, okay. You people can go figure all that shit out in the family. So those are a lot of my news. Megan, I know. And haircut. I really liked it when she had it as a bob. When she had the curls that are all one length and it was like a bob, and she'd flip that hair around. And that was kind of what I thought was the cutest. But I'm from the 80s, and that was a thing back then, that curly kind of bob. So, or maybe early 90s. But now, I mean, it's cute. I even liked her pixie cut that she had, which was the one before that, where it was more like but now it's like lesbo hairdo, and that's how she wants it, and it doesn't look bad on her, but, she just wants it easy, and she wants that bright orange firecracker coming out, and she likes it, so, and she's just grooving out on life. Like, she has got some really great friends. She may be moving into a new apartment, and this summer, well, I know she will be, because her lease is up in the other one, and they found a place that they like. 3 bedrooms, 3 baths, so they all get their own bathroom, because she'll have 2 roommates. They'll be able to move in with her new cat. She has her cat and does all that. And it's her so it'll be her senior year. And then she's looking at colleges. Excuse me. Like, she wants to go to Washington. I think it's Washington University in Seattle. Then there's another one in Northern California. I think Berkeley. And then she wants to go to somewhere in Boulder, which I think is Colorado University. So those are her, she really wants to move out west somewhere. And preferably Northwest or Northern California, Oregon, kind of Colorado-ish area. I know Colorado's like not quite in that same region, but they had that same mindset, mentality, right, of the people that live there. So that's what she's going to try to do. She's applying. She's taking the LSAT. She's had some tutoring, so she's really going to study through the month of May, and so she's going to take her LSAT in June. So be excited to see, what comes out of that, and I know you'll be interested and be able to actually understand what the hell she's talking about and what those numbers are. But oh my God, it's a fucking racket. Like, you pay to pay the test, and you got to pay for it to get published, and then you have to pay for people to subscribe to it, and then you have to it's just stupid. Like, really? This is how you get into law school? You have to pay for all this shit, and you have to pay for people to get your results? Like, you can't just administer a test? Oh, no. And then the test doesn't even test you on anything except for a bunch of recall and what you can do super quickly. Well, lawyers don't fucking work super quickly. I mean, they analyze shit. They have to read through stuff, look stuff up, reference it. Fuck you, LSAT. That's what I think about it. Just saying. I'm hoping you might be of the same opinion. I don't know. You probably don't even remember the goddamn things 20 years ago, 15 years ago, however long, 10. Shit. So, anyway, that's kind of what's going on with her. But it is good to talk to you. It looks like you're really having fun in Miami. You looked good, even though you messed with the bikini. Who cares? I mean, 2 little ties that were sitting there. I mean, I'd fuck with them too. I'd be like, what's going on with this shit? Is it tied? Right? And then you had the overlays with the kite and then other things going by. So, yeah, you just look like you're always having a good time, and I'm really glad you found your happy place, and you and Philip are doing really well, and oh yeah, he loves you. He just adores you. You know that, and I think you adore him. So it's a match made in heaven. It's ubiquitous. So anyway, it's always good to catch up. I do like the videos. I mean, I can get all my everything I want to say out, all the statements, but we still have to make a call to wait so we can converse. Did want to show you the fascia gun. Damn. Okay, Jan. Turn off, bitch. But I love you, Annie. Be careful. We'll see each other soon. Hopefully sometime this summer. Bye.